Too excited.
Okay, we're good.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Michael, it's lovely to see you. I feel like such a scruff next to you. I'm kind of sweaty and dirty, and you've turned out in a really dapper suit. You look fantastic. Are you not incredibly hot, though?
No, well, hot is a state of mind, isn't it? And I'm defeating heat mentally today.
A little bit of zen.
That's right.
We're here to talk about Lost, of course, surprisingly. I don't know if they told you about that. Ben Linus, I've still not worked him out. I can't... Sometimes I think he's good, sometimes I think he's bad. I generally err on the side of bad. Is he good or bad?
Well, you are, like everyone else, you're sort of putty in the hands of the producers and editors. I don't have a... Not only do I not have any idea whether he's good or bad, as if those words mean much, but I'm happy not to have any idea. I sort of show up on the day and play the moment as earnestly as I can, and then it's other people's jobs to worry about whether I'm lying or whether I'm manipulating or whether I've been honest or anything like that. It's a good place to be, and it's kind of freeing to me as an actor. I don't know how it will work out in the end. I don't know. I used to think that we would discover by the end of the series what sort of man Benjamin Linus really is. Now I wonder if he may not ride off into the sunset as ambiguously as he first arrived.
Oh, we need answers about Ben. That's got to happen.
You'll get some answers, but I don't know if you'll get the big one you seem to be longing for, and that I'm not sure you really want the answer to.
Do you know, this is the thing. Part of me is really looking forward to the end. I can't wait. But part of me doesn't want the end to ever happen, because there's going to be an empty space in my life, but I'm not looking forward to the end, if I'm completely honest. How about you, as an actor who's been in it since season 2, I think?
Season 2.
Are you looking forward to a conclusion to this?
Yes, I think so. I like the idea of... I thought it was a brilliant idea when the producers and writers threw down the gauntlet and said, we're not staying here forever. We are going to finish this thing up in 6 seasons. And they're going to do it, and it invigorated not only the cast and crew, but I think the audience as well. It raised expectations, and it suggested to the world and to us that we weren't playing around, that we were going to get to it. And I think we have done and are doing this season. I look forward to it coming to an end. This has been a beautiful chapter in my working life, of course. I may never play a role as visible as this one again. But the logistics are tough. I miss my mainland life, and it will be good to get back to the towns where I'm used to living, where I have friends and loved ones.
Whereabouts do you live in the States? LA?
New York and Los Angeles.
Okay.
And I miss the world of the theater,
yeah,
which is pretty much all that I've ever known as an actor. So it would be nice to swim in those waters again.
Have you got a favourite scene from Lost that you've been involved in?
There are a number of great ones in different categories. The scene last season, has it aired already? Season 5 has aired.
Season 5 we've seen, yeah.
The scene last season where I talked John Locke out of hanging himself, only to then turn around and strangle him with the same cord. It was, not only was it shocking to read when I got the script, but then it turned out to be the most electrifying day on the set that I've ever had on this show or any other film work I've ever done. So I'd have to say that that will live in my memory forever.
It's a hideous scene.
Yeah.
Because we see the two sides of Ben, you know, within a sentence. You know, one minute he's talking him down saying, hey, you can't die, you're important.
Sure.
And then, we saw it last night. I was at the thing last night.
That's right. They used it last night at the
panel. I tell you what I'd forgotten about. It's a tiny, tiny thing that makes it so horrific, is that when Locke is dead, his T-shirt is kind of written up so you can see his belly, and there's no gloss on it or, you know, LA magic on it. It looks hideous.
It is free of glamour. But when you say you saw both sides of Ben, I would challenge you to consider that you saw the fullness of the one side of Ben.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Another scene that I really enjoyed, because not much happened in it. I mean, significant to the story, but physically not much happened in it, but you conveyed it fantastically, was turning the wheel. Because there was so much emotion in that, it means you're leaving the island. It symbolises and signifies a whole lot. And really what you're doing is you're just going like that.
I like those scenes where a little of Benjamin's interior leaks out.
Mm.
And there are a number of them that fall into that category. I think the scene in the finale last season where Benjamin explodes and stabs Jacob, I think that was a case where he let himself boil over.
Mm.
He'd had too much.
One of the few times we see him out of control
yes.
of himself and his surroundings, I think.
And I think those scenes, when we see Benjamin out of control, and I love playing those scenes, that they always have to do with his unhappy childhood and the absence of a proper father figure in his life. So Jacob, I think he held out hopes subconsciously that Jacob would turn out to be the gentle mentor that he's longed for all his life. And when he sees that this man cares nothing for him, then it's such a slap in the face.
It was quite horrific. Jacob just, you know, shoos him away. Quite dismissive and...
Right, wasn't he?
That was sad, really sad.
It was terrible. And so what can Benjamin be except a rejected child again? And I think Benjamin, for all his genius, is a man frozen at a certain time in his adolescence. When he is thwarted or finds things out of control, he very often behaves childishly, I think. He did it with Juliet, he did it with Jacob.
Talk about Ben's childhood. Now, there's a scene you're not in, but it's significant to the character. It was Saeed shooting young Ben.
Yeah.
Did that affect how you played Ben at all? Did that have any influence on what you were doing once you found out that you'd been shot as a kid?
It helped to explain and justify things that I was playing intuitively, I think. I didn't have to change anything because of it, but it gave me more justification for things I was already doing. Why wouldn't a person be somewhat cold and manipulative if a grown-up they trusted has tried to kill them in their youth, then that changes your brain chemistry a little bit, I think.
Well, it would do. And there's the whole thing about your dad, Ben's dad blaming him for killing his mother, and there's it's hideous.
That's so ugly.
I'm going to ask you a question that I know you can't answer because you don't know the answer to it, and if you did, you would not be allowed to answer. But I'd just like if you've got any theories or ideas, what do you think will happen in the last episode of The Last Ever Lost?
Well, what I hope is that there will be a reveal that will show us that we've not fully understood everything we've seen for 6 years. My hope is that there will be a sort of an, oh my God, is that what it has meant all this time? And that it will make us go back and start watching it all over again from the beginning with new eyes.
I'm watching it at home with my wife. We're only just finishing season 4. We've got the finale of season 4. And so I'm seeing stuff that kind of links up and makes sense and that didn't make sense, and it's a wonderful experience.
I should go back and look at it all again.
We got, hang on, any...
Kindly get lost.
Yeah, no, they're right. We'll just keep
jumping up in the shot all the time.
Snorkelers.
Bare arse.
There's a snorkeler's ass in the back of mine.
Chucking stones at them?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're coming in now.
David, anything else you do?
Basically, I think I just wouldn't mind exploring a little bit more about the last episode in the final thing, and then if we just talk about these two as scenes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We did that, didn't we?
Couldn't be more in shot.
No, to talk about the actual scene itself.
Every time I kept looking at it,
maybe talk about that one as well.
What do you mean by talking about the scene itself?
Explain what you had to do in that scene. Do you know what I mean? So it's quite descriptive.
Oh, okay, okay.
I can do that as well afterwards.
Okay. I think I understand what I've been told to do. I'm just a paid monkey. What do I know? Okay. So I think I'm going to ask you about the two scenes we've talked about, but I need to be more descriptive as to what actually physically happens.
I see. I see.
The scene.
Sure.
Just wait for this snorkeler just to go through the shot. They're on the way.
I think if it just explains the scenes, what
Okay.
happened in that scene,
Okay.
and what's gone through Ben's mind, sort of thing. So it's quite.
The killing of Jacob.
The no, the turning of the wheel.
Yes.
And the Saeed's
Yeah, I think
killing.
we'll talk about that one just to see, you know, ethically
Okay.
how. Talk about that one.
Okay.
But first of all, just explain moving the island. And
Okay,
just,
I think we covered that one, the side
No,
one.
do we?
I think so. I don't. Let's do turning the wheel.
Okay.
One of my favourite scenes, Ben turning the wheel. What is going through your head or Ben's head as that's going on?
Ben's head, not my
Ben's head, not
my
yours.
head.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's the blurring that I'm.
Ben understands, if we were to take him at his word, he understands that he is physically bringing to an end the life he's known, or all comfort and routine of his island life now end with this act. And it means leaving a lot behind and embracing a future with a lot of unknowns and few resources.
Does Ben actually love the island? That seems to be the driving force, is protecting
Yes,
the island.
I think so. I think we can take him at his word. We've seen him in scenes with Widmore and others where he's justified just about everything he's done as being for the good of the island, whatever that means. But yeah, I think he takes that to heart and always has done. I think he's maybe made inhuman sacrifices on behalf of the island, whatever that means to him. And I'm still not sure. I'm not sure we will ever know, though. I'm beginning to let go of the idea that all things will be wrapped up neatly. I know that's not what you want to hear. I'm sorry, I know that's not what you want to hear. But some mysteries, some mysteries will just have to be ongoing.
I don't know if I can live like that.
You can call me.
Really?
And I'll do my best.
Okay, I'm going to hold you to that. If it's not resolved satisfactorily at the end of season 6, I'm coming around to your house, and I'm not going till you tell me the answers.
You should understand that even though I work on the show, I'm a fan of the show, and I follow the story closely, and I'm mystified too. I'm frustrated. You know, I wish I knew more, but maybe I need to get more comfortable with that state of unknowingness.
I feel like you're softening me up for something.
I'm just trying to help you.
Thank you, man. It's appreciated. Are we done?
Yes, that's great. Do you want to just wrap it up with a little thank you very much?
Yeah, and then we'll do a big wide shot after that.
Okay. Michael, listen, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for playing Ben Linus, and look forward to seeing you
It's been grand talking to you.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Who knows?
We don't.